The numbers on this, I mean, the lot, I had got it for free basically, so I would say fair market on this lot would have been about 30,000. And then we've spent about 75,000 on utilities, lot improvements to get this ready, so that's about 100. Home was about 100 and I think 20,000-ish.
Just shy of that.
Yeah, just so I think we're all in right about 225. If you put 30K on the price of the lot. And we're gonna MLS it for 315. So those are good numbers. And the thing that I like about this makes you a developer. You could go home and do infill lot development with manufactured homes. And your whole list of contractors is like 5 guys. You got your foundation guy, who's also your excavator guy, you got your utilities guy, you have your move and set guys. Like, unlike being a spec home builder where you gotta have the drywall crew, like it's such a longer list. You have to know construction. You really don't have to know construction. The other benefit is that while we were doing the work on this lot, we have put in the order and concurrent, they happen together. Whereas traditional stick-built development is very linear. Then the plans, then the foundation, and these are happening concurrent, which cuts the timeline down significantly. You're looking at a 3 to 6 month development timeline on these homes, where stick-built is 9 to 18 months. And so that's the other huge benefit. And then I think the third thing is if you have a buyer in mind, which we get a lot of buyers. I had a lady call me from Montana, and she said, I just want to know if you can help me save on shipping costs, because I know you guys are down in Idaho, which is in between Boise and where I live up in Montana. And so I said, well, can you send me the quote for the home? And that dealer in Montana had marked her up cost plus 300%.
Ouch.
He marked it like he was great. He had her up. That was a triple wide, right? It's a triple wide. And he had her quoted at like 470. And I'm looking at him like, my cost would be like 190. So I'm like, I think I can save you $100,000. And I'll still make 150K, right? She's like, yay! And we're all like, yay! And so, but she gets to pick out everything for her home. Everything. So she gets all the customization that you would get with a custom home builder. She's picking everything out with my operations team. I mean, stuff like that is reinforcing that retail element. But then I got a guy coming in, called me, and he's in like middle of nowhere, northern Idaho. And he said, I have a bunch of lots. I can't get a dealership. Fleetwood's not giving out dealerships anymore. Would you do a cost plus? And I'm like, yeah, I do. So he and I are cost plus 10 on homes. And then he'll have full customization. And he's like, what if I mark him up 50K? I'm like, I don't care. Like, you do you, bro. Like, and so then with the dealership, I have my development projects I'll be doing. I have retail that I'll be doing. And then I'll have volume commercial stuff that we're doing with people as well. And so I'm obsessed with this idea. And I already went through the whole pad split element. I just think for you to gain knowledge in this space, there's so many different ways to monetize it. Questions about this specific house at all?
I have one. I'm wondering if you could maybe show us, just out of curiosity, what looking underneath the house and what tells us that it's a modular. You were talking about that yesterday.
Oh yeah, I do too. Yeah, so I mean, the easiest way is if you have the plans, right, and you see how the permits were pulled. So we pulled the permits with the city as if we were developing a home here, and then the plans that we have from Fleetwood show that, because all of that will get submitted to the lender for the underwriting. So that's the easiest way to show, because Fleetwood pulled the permits. Did we do it, or did Fleetwood pull them?
They pull some, we pull some.
Yeah, so you work in conjunction with the dealership, with the manufacturer, to pull them as a modular.
As a pedestrian, you'd have to stick your head under the crawl hatch
Yeah.
and look for metal. If you don't see
No, there's no metal under here.
Yeah,
That's what that-
Yeah.
For a modular, you won't find.
Right. Well, also there's what the marriage line where we bolt the two houses together. So in a traditional house, you have the outside foundation with maybe 1 or 2 columns down the center. This one has a complete marriage line support system under it. So you'll see where we bolted the house together.
Could they see that from outside?
No, you'd have to get, if you look in the crawl space, you could see that it's been bolted together, but other than that, it's still right.
I can get it down the street.
We craned it. Well, they pulled it in and then we craned it.
Parked our crane in the yard, semi pulled up. It took 20 minutes to pull the house off of each side, 20 minutes aside and set it on the foundation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's a median sale price in Indianapolis. I know it varies a lot in Washington, but
Yeah.
since you're MLS-ing this at 2.5,
So median, so in this neighborhood, new construction, stick-built construction is like 400 to 700,000 in this neighborhood. Because that's really what I care about is Fountain Square. And then resale homes like turnkey rehab homes are mid to high threes. And so this, we really, since you have a really small lot and you don't have a garage, we knew we had to come in well below stick built, well below rehab used homes. And, but still, we're still at like 40% margins.